What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome back to Gibraltar United. So here we are, we've got ourselves our Champions League second qualifying phase games against Shamrock Rovers. So let's go into the transfers and talk about what's been going on. So I've been trying to sign a few people. There are currently two bids on the table for two centre midfielders. One is an actual bid signing with Napoli. I did actually have a bid agreed with the same price. It's 10 million, 2.5 up front, 5 million over 48 months, 2.5 million after 50 league appearances. Now, just to say I'm not crazy there, the reason I put the 50 league appearances is because in our league, there are only 14 league appearances, A, and then B, half of them don't play in them. So, you know, if he were to join, he'd probably get 10 maximum league games a season. So that's 5 league seasons to make £2.5 million up. So that I'm not crazy doing that, I don't think. But yeah, this is an official transfer bid. And I actually had it accepted before, and the reason it didn't go through is because I couldn't afford these wages. And that's a bit of a problem right now. We've got enough money to buy decent players, but we've not really got the wage to back it up. You know, these people want 20 grand a week, which doesn't sound a lot, you know, but it is for us. It's a massive amount. When I go into my squad very quickly, and we have a look at our highest wage or highest earner, it's Muster with 9.75k. I mean, even Sidibe is on 8,500k, and that's actually a new contract that he recently signed, an additional 3-year deal. So, you know, these are our best players. They're not even on over 10 grand a week. So it's a little bit hard, which is why we've got currently another option of Can Ake on loan from PSG. And this guy is available on loan. So if the transfer doesn't go through again, I may try and get a loan bid in on him. But it also may be too late because he's got other interests as well currently. But anyway, that stuff hasn't happened, so we won't go into it too much more. So let's go to the out. So Dan Morgan, McCourt, Masudi and Taylor all left on free transfers. We've loaned out a few people as well, people you probably won't recognise. And we've sold someone. Luca Mazzatelli was sold for 2.5k, which was his face value, which is the value right here. That's what I mean by face value anyway, if you got confused. And yeah, 2.5k. Really good player for the side, was absolutely massive for these past 2 years overall. He played such a big part. Last year in the Europa League, or 2 years ago in the Europa League, he scored the winning goal, which helped us get through to the second knockout round of the Champions League. He was very vital in that game. And this year, again, he was just so. Last year, he was such a big part of the Champions League team. I felt without him, we were a little bit shaky, even though maybe it didn't really seem that way. Maybe the player who replaced him didn't actually have a bad game. But I just felt more comfortable playing Mazzatelli. So he's a name that, you know, will be missed in a way, but hopefully we can bring in a replacement. I have got someone already in to replace him. Don't worry, it's not like I've pre-sold him and I don't have a replacement. I've got someone in as well. He's a new signing we'll go into in a second. But yeah, Mazzatelli, a name that I'll remember fondly. So, yeah. To the ins. So the first guy that we brought in was Bart Mons, or Moyens. I think Moyens. From Anderlecht, 25 years of age, centre midfielder. Very good physically. Technically and mentally, he's alright. You know, technically, definitely more of an attacking player than a defending player. He's going to be the guy replacing Mazzatelli for this game. Hopefully, we can bring in another new centre mid. But yeah, he's not a bad player. You know, he's played for Anderlecht, and in fact, he's played in the top league in Belgium. I don't know why I keep going for Portugal and Argentina there. But yeah, played in the top leagues in Belgium for pretty much all his career, apart from one where he did play in Portugal. Not done incredibly in any of them, really, but you know, Portugal, goddamn, Belgium is a good league. So, and Anderlecht are a good team. So he had to possess some quality to stay there for as long as he did. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this guy. Only a year's deal, so you know, we'll see what happens at the end. So not really a big risk. He's on quite a bit a week, but that's about the wage that people ask for now. So I can't really be saying that's a bit a week. And the most recent signing, which was made about a week ago, sorry, I did the dance, but is David Carragher. Everton again, we've loaned him back in. David Carragher. I was looking for a right mid, and we just couldn't afford any really good ones. And Carragher was on loan list again. I thought, yeah, we'll just get Carragher for another year. That's job done. It's problem sorted. There are some really good right mids out there. I'm actually going to show you them, I think. You know, these are centre mids, by the way. These are centre mids that we're looking at. We'll just go out quickly. No, sorry, I didn't mean to click on him officially. But there's Ake. Oh no, these are the centre mids. So there are two guys that we're currently after, as you can see. Good potential on Marola, so that's why we're after him. But right midfield wise, oh, I've guessed they've actually been rechanged. But there were some good people we were looking at. Boateng was one of them. Zerkovic was actually another one. Zerkovic I was really interested in. You know, as you can see, very experienced, 32 years of age. Monaco, Barcelona. Anderlecht, Partizan, you know, playing for top countries, in the top level for top countries, Porto as well, throughout his whole career, would have been a brilliant addition to the side. But again, it was the wage thing. We could afford him. We actually got to the contract offer, but it's the contract. We can't afford people's wages. And the only way we're going to do that is by organically growing the team, you know, actually just expanding, building up our sorry guys, got interrupted by a phone call. But yeah, what I was talking about was we need to organically grow the balance, and the way to do that is by just, you know, getting further and further in the Champions League, and I think that's how we'll kind of break the wage barrier that we currently have. But yeah, that's about those are the transfers I was kind of after. By the way, these are the people I was after. Emmanuel Boateng. He was someone I was really interested in as well, but again, I couldn't afford his wage, even though it's only 15,000. He actually wanted like 20 to join the side. I just couldn't afford it. As you can see, they're all currently being scouted again by me, but none of them, like I say, we've cancelled it down to realistic targets, to people I can actually afford the wage. It's re-locked on, and you know, Brendan Traore is someone more realistic for us. Even then, we probably couldn't afford his wage. But yeah, so those are transfers in. Before we actually jump into the game, though, I've got one more thing I want to talk about. So, it's not involving the club, it's involving the national team. Their manager left. Buddha, I think it's Buddha, isn't that his manager's name? What's the guy's name? Let me click. Let me have a look. Bulla, sorry, Bulla. Yeah, he left the side. He decided he was done. He retired from management overall together. So, yeah, Gibraltar is now available. I've applied. They've said they're flattered by my interest, but nothing will be arranged yet. And normally what you find for international management, they never accept a new manager until a new game or a new tournament is coming up. So Bulla, again I say his name wrong, who spent 6,448 days in charge, won 3 games, drew 9 and lost 97. So not a great record, and it will have a dent on my win percentage, obviously. But yeah, they've got a game coming up in September, sorry, if I can get my months right, against Finland. And I spoke about this previously in the previous video, so it's quite fitting. I spoke about how they would be, the National League Division D would be a competition that they could do relatively well in. So, yeah, it's about, I think I'm going to get this job. You know, being realistic, who else is going to really apply for this job? It's going to be hardly anyone. You know, we've got the chance to do it. You know, we've got the chance to get this job, and hopefully they'll give it to me. You know, that'd be great. And then we've reached the 2 points we wanted to reach. We've got Gibraltar United, who are an established Champions League team. We're going to be managing Gibraltar, the national team, and then, you know, hopefully at some point we can start improving the quality of Gibraltar national players. Speaking of that, I believe Carlos, how long has he been at this side now? He's been at the side for 4 years, I think 3 years overall. So he's very, very close to actually being eligible for the Gibraltar national team. If I go on information, what he's actually done is he's declared nationality for Gibraltar. So Carlos could be someone to feature for the actual national squad very soon, which would, again, be great. It would just be improving the quality of players, and that's what we're doing with these youngsters. We're hoping that one day they can actually play for my national team instead of other teams, other nations. But yeah, let's continue forward into this game and run through the starting lineup. Shamrock Rovers away from home first. Near capacity stadium, around 7,000 people. Fitness isn't particularly great here, so we're going to be making some subs throughout the game. Meti as well is currently out injured. With a light injury, could have played, but I decided against it. So that means the lineup for today is Cox in goal, our new captain. Yeah, he's officially now our captain. Amado right back, Perez and Bakayoko centre backs, and Mustra on the left. Mustra keeps his role in the squad. Just previously uploaded the Chelsea game, and a few of you, someone said release Mustra, but he's a solid left back. Don't get me wrong, once we've got that centre mid position sorted, I will be looking at the left back role probably. But anyway, right mid, Carragher, centre mid, Moyens and Sidibe, and left mid is Carlos, and up front is Sonogo and Giselle. The bench is Dave Edwards, Rudot, Meti, Mebaraku, Dan Evans, I call him Davis then, Dan Evans, Silvio, and Marcos Lopez. Marcos Lopez, if you can remember, was the other striker we signed last year. He actually went out on loan in the Portuguese league, scored 8 goals in 28 games, and didn't have a particularly great season with them. But, you know, it was better than what he would have got here. His report has gone down since then, so, you know, he is considered our 4th best striker, so I think he deserves that place on the bench. Plus, as you can see from the bench, we currently don't have another winger, so we're sort of doing what we did last year, where basically the strikers who can play the attacking winger roles will act as the backup wingers. So if Carlos gets injured, which I think, which I think he will, probably Lopez will come on in his place. But yep, let's go forward. 4 numbers going to be given out. So Dave Edwards wants 13. You can have that. You want 14. I can't give that to you, so you can have 41. David Carragher, I can't remember what your number was last year. Was it 8? I think it might have been 8. I can't even remember. And Lopez, you can have yourself 12. So let's go. Let's hope for a big win today. Difficult fixture for both teams. Find themselves up against a team on good form, sitting on the fence. I'm going to put this one on a draw. The reason they say they're hitting a team with good form, if people know this or not, Ireland actually start their league in the winter and continue it and play it through the summer and end it in the winter for next year. So they've basically been in the thick of their season. As you can see, they've only lost 3 games in their entire league season or domestic season, and so which means their players are going to be match fit. So it's going to be a tricky game. It's going to be a difficult game for them reasons, on form, match fit, clearly playing really well, playing a team that have had one friendly and in preparation for this game. So yeah, that's it's going to be difficult. But let's hope we can get a good result. I'm expecting a win. I don't really care what the margin is. I'm not expecting a double-figure scoreline like I was last year. A win is a win right now. As Giselle getting an early chance for us, missing it. But also an encouraging start. So let's go. There you go. Cox is captain. By the way, Perez as well. Romo Perez has been elected vice captain by me. So Perez, who has been here for so many years now, definitely deserves an armband on him. He's got great determination as well. So I'm not sure about his leadership. I think that might be around 12 or so. But, has got the makings for a good captain. And Sidibe gives us the lead. It's only taken us 10 minutes. It says 11 there, but fuck you, I'm saying 10. But 10 minutes at the start of our new season to get our goal scoring underway. Carlos right out on the corner flag, playing the ball in. Giselle with a nice little turn and pass to Sidibe, who just thumped that one home first time of asking. Great way to start the game 1-0. And that was a half chance as well, so we did pretty well to finish down the back of the net. Now maybe we're going to see Shamrock Rovers' first attack. Duffy, edge of the box, and wow. Duffy with a goal. Getting Shamrock Rovers back in the game. I'm actually pretty surprised by that. I'm surprised by Cox more than anything. Well, really, one of the centre mids there should be putting pressure on him. The fact that we've got just a line of 4 in front of him is quite poor. Someone should have closed him down. But yeah, Cox and goal. I might have asked for a little bit more there. It looked like he was just caught out by something. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the height of the shot. Maybe it was the fact it looped a little more than he expected. I don't know. Maybe the spin on the ball. But yeah, I'm surprised Cox didn't get closer to that at least. But anyway, 30 minutes now, pretty much gone. Nothing has happened since Shamrock got themselves back in the game. I would have thought that would have been their idea here today. They would have looked to have, they've got one. They would have looked to have kept a clean sheet for as long as possible and maybe nix a goal. But it looks like they're actually coming out here and giving us a game. Giving us a run for our money. Carlos out on that left-hand side of the pitch, looking to terrorise the fullback as he did earlier. He's doing it so far. Great ball in, and Giselle with a go. It might be offside. It is. It looks like he was way ahead of his defenders, and it would have had to have been a near perfect run to have got that much of an advantage. But Carlos again troubling that right-hand side of the pitch for Shamrock. So with Carlos being so tired, he'll probably have to come off at half-time, but it's encouraging signs for the guy that's going to be coming on to replace him. So, you know what, you are doing well so far. Keep it up. You just keep playing well and you'll get the goal soon. Carlos will be coming off for Marcos Lopez for the tiredness reason I mentioned at the start. Sidibe as well was going to come off. Yeah, Sidibe is going to come off. We're going to bring on Mebuk if he wants to actually let me bring him off. There we go. And deep line playmaker defend. Yep. That's all good. That is all good. Double substitution at half time. Probably won't make another 1-0 until, I don't know, I might have to make another one actually quite early. Muster is looking very tired. In fact, we're going to have to make one right now. Perez has picked up an injury. It does mean Mati is going to come on and make an appearance in this game. I know he's injured, but he should be fit enough. Well, he's about as fit as any other player on the pitch, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference. But yeah, hopefully his injury actually doesn't affect the game too much. And it pretty much means we've made all 3 subs now. We need to have our fingers crossed we don't get another injury. But as tiredness grows and stuff, injuries are going to be more susceptible to our team. And to certain players, definitely. Oh my God, Cox! Duffy is... What? Is Cox got something wrong with Duffy or something? Because he can't seem to fucking save a shot that lad produces. It went right under him, and Cox was pretty solid last year. Fuck no, what was that? He's got a 7 rating. Fuck no, he should have a 6 point something, 6.6 at least, man. That's a joke. Oh my god, is that offside? Thank god it is. What is going on? Push, demand more, come on. This is Shamrock Rovers, we can't be losing here. It's not like we need to win every game pretty much in the qualifying so we can get our coefficient points up as quick as we can. So, you know, that's my main emphasis now, which is why I said I wanted to win both of these games. I expected a win from both of these games. Shamrock are surprising us right now. And it's been 2 fluky-ass goals, you know, really. Well, the first one was actually, the first one, I'll give it to him, you know, it was a pretty good shot. The second one was really fluky. How's that not a foul? Whitty looked like he just brought down our player there. Last man on a yellow card in the penalty area. Should have been penalty, red card. And 2-2. Giselle gets us back in it, though. It is now 2-2. Probably quicker timing than the penalty would have been. So, there you go. Back on level terms. 2 away goals as well. It was Sinogo with a good assist. Finding Giselle. Actually, Sinogo dragged the other centre-back out of position, which gave space for Giselle to run into. Good play in there from both strikers. And there we go. Much better now. Looking back on track. Still not doing enough. I'm going to tell the lads to push forward now. Just to push forward. We gotta get a win in this match. Armanda to Sinogo. Trying to find Lopez at the left midfield role. Can't. And Lopez being blitzed from pace there by Bona. Headed away by Metti. And now Carragher's got a bit of pace. Let's hope he can do a bit of running. Decides to pass it to Sinogo, who's been tackled and dispossessed. Oh no. Thank God Mooney hasn't got the shooting of Duffy. Metti. I mean, I'll blame that on match fitness. You know, I'll blame he's injured. He's not played in the previous friendly. You know, we'll blame it on that. But currently, we're the ones defending quite right now. Don't have a lucky. Oh, they've hit the post. Oh, they've hit the crossbar. Fuck me, we're lucky. We are lucky to still be in a game against Shamrock Rovers. Every time I say that, I feel like I'm disrespecting them. But that's... it's not. We should be beating you, you know. Teams in the gets the first knockout round of the Champions League should be able to beat Shamrock fucking Rovers. I told them to push forward, and we suddenly became this shaky team that can't defend. And in fact, Shamrock Rovers probably deserve more out of the game. I'm going to need to see a lot better performance in the next round of this competition, if we can even get there. Away from home, because the away form was what has been troubling us in the Champions League for these past few years. And seeing a performance like that against Shamrock Rovers away from home, to me, indicates them problems and troubles are still going to be there. What I'll do is I'll cut this now, though, and I'll meet you back for the third qualifying round draw, hopefully. We'll get an indication of how many points we actually have and where we compare to other teams as well. Alright, guys, so the draw, and here we go. We can have a little indication of where we are in terms of coefficient points. And look at that, 44.6. Quite a way off Basel, but bear in mind they've been a consistent group stage team in both European competitions for... What is coefficient points done on? It's like the last 5 years, isn't it, or something? I think they take like an average or something like that. I don't remember exactly know how it's done, but yeah, they, you know, due to I think it is done on past years, and Basel would have more based on their past years. So yeah, but you know, we've got a load of points, more than Olympiacos. So I've got my fingers crossed that we can actually be a third seeded team once we get to the group stage. But let's go into the draw. Unseeded teams we can get, or unseeded teams I'd want to get: a TNS, probably Linfield. Wouldn't mind one of these two. I imagine it's going to be Viditon. But as long as we could avoid one of the two top teams, I'd actually be pretty chuffed. I'm pretty sure that we were going to get through. So Linfield, we didn't get Linfield. Shakhtar, we can't get them anyway. TNS, like to get them. They go to Basel. Bati. Wait, where are we? Bati. We can't get them anyway, can we? No. Oh no, we couldn't have. So we're going to get probably Maribor. Great. Oh, Maribor. Maribor. When did we last play Maribor? Last year. We beat them. But, you know, it wasn't an easy task. So, it's going to be another tricky year for us to get past that. But, you know, of course, we've got to worry about the first hurdle, which is going to be Shamrock. And by the looks of it as well, Maribor have got a little bit of a hurdle of themselves to worry about. Drawing 0-0 at home. to the team from, where are they from? Slovenia? Oh no, Albania. But yeah, they've got to hurdle themselves. Going away is not going to be an easy task for them. So fingers crossed they'll lose, actually. But yeah, I'll meet you guys back in a second for the second leg. Alright guys, so we're back for the second leg against Shamrock Rovers, where all we need is a draw to go through. But of course I'm going to be looking for a win. Now, I'm going to continue into team selection. We've got ourselves a few injuries. Perez was injured up until the last few, until I think today or something. So he won't be starting today's match against Shamrock Rovers. Instead, Meti will be coming in and taking his natural spot. And in a way, Bakayoko is going to be replacing him. And Sidibe is injured. He's going to be out for another 3 weeks. So that will keep him out of this game, which means Mebaraku will come in. And he'll be playing the deep line playmaker role, just like he did last game when we took Sidibe off because he was tired. So, you know, there's no massive changes there. The bench doesn't have a... Well, it's got 3 defenders on, which isn't preferable to me. But, you know, we can live with that. But I'm going to go into the squad quickly and just have a look at the new signing we've got. So, we did finally bring Morello in. Stop saying his name over and over again. But yeah, we brought in the 19-year-old from Napoli. Now, it took a few attempts of negotiation. And in the end, we agreed on an 18,750k wage. Now, it's a lot of wage, yes. In fact, it makes him the highest paid player at the side. And it also makes him our most expensive transfer. At the same clauses as it did before, I showed you earlier. 5k over 48, 5 million over 48 months, 2.5 million after 50 league appearances, 2.5 million up front. So it's our most expensive signing ever. But why I went for this guy, Daniele Morello, is because, well, he looks like a really good player. You know, you can look at his stats and you can just see he's a pretty nice, well-rounded player. You can look at his attribute analysis and actually see, again, he's a well-rounded player. But his determination work rate really stood out to me. And it was because of that which made me think, yeah, I'm gonna sign this player. He's got 5 years left of developmental period in his career left, and that sentence got away from me. And I'm really hoping to try and develop him. He looks like a great, solid player. Probably playing in box to box when he does play. I think that would be something which would be pretty cool to play alongside Sidibe, or we can at least test it out. If not, he could probably go to a more ball-winning midfielder defend role, which he can play. This guy's really nice, 6'2", so quite a tall person. But then again, it's not all about his height. You know, he's got a bit of pace about him. He's got a bit of mobility and stuff. Could you guys? I don't know. Maybe I was thinking maybe you can compare him to Matic right there. You know, because he can play the defensive role, but it's not like he can only play the defensive role. He can go forward with the ball if I really wanted to. Like I say, really expensive transfer. But according to his according to reports and stuff, his actual report is different to what my loan report is. But actually, I just realised everyone's ability and stuff has been readjusted for some reason. I don't actually know why. I just see Sidibe is no longer 4-star, he's now 4.5, so that's why he's gone down. But yeah, he's got potential to be better than the current players we have. So he will definitely be jumping into the team as soon as I register him for the next period. No one's going to have to be dropped for him either, so that's good. You know, the squad's going to stay pretty much the same. I've also trialled in Scott Craig, which is another player I'm sort of looking at, 23 years of age from Northern Ireland. I'm actually really considering signing this player. I think he'd be a really good addition to the team. So yeah, you may be seeing Scott Craig signed by the next video. But yeah, that's the team for today, so we're going to go into it. There'll only that one change to, well, only Meti coming into starting lineup for Perez and Sidibe leaving the starting lineup. So obviously we're going to miss Sidibe, but I'm confident that the team can still perform without him. You know, we did last year when we played Chelsea in the second leg for an hour. We performed at least good enough. So yeah, and we didn't need to see that. Carlos is injured straight away. We're going to bring Marcos Lopez on for the pretty much the full 90. He's only pretty much 90 for the full 85 minutes that he's got left. So wow. More minutes than I expected Lopez to play, and hopefully Carlos's injury doesn't keep him out for too long. Hopefully not at all, but if it doesn't, if it is an injury that will sustain for a few days or whatever, let's hope it's just that, you know, a few days, maybe a week at most, because we will want him for the Maribor game. But anyway, Moen's forward to Sonogo, to Giselle, turning his defender beautifully, and Giselle with a fantastic goal from the team there. Something else to note, if you hadn't noticed already, the stadium, we're actually at Victoria Stadium. Yeah, a bit strange. Don't know why we're playing here. I think it might be because other teams are playing in the Europa League tomorrow. So we'll have a look at that after the game, how the teams in the Europa League did. I spoke about again in a previous video how I felt 2 of them could actually go through. So We'll have a little look at that. But yeah, Victoria Stadium, only 2,000 people are capable of being here, of course. As fuck me, Mati makes a defensive mistake, just like fucking Muster did against Chelsea. What is with our defence? Why can't they just pass the bloody ball? Oh my god. Most infuriating thing. Moens. Like, if it was Amanda, our young right back, doing that mistake, I could understand it a little bit more. If it was Bakayoko, someone that hasn't played too much for us, again, I could slightly understand. But Mati has been in now for a while. He shouldn't, and he's quite a senior player in the team. Should have been making them mistakes. Carragher being dispossessed. It would still see us go through this result, by the way, so that it's not all terrible. Burke with the ball and fuck! What the fuck? No, that's not an own goal. Fuck you, what? Where's the deflection? I just saw Cox completely cock it up. Where's this so-called deflection? Oh, fuck me. Cox should still be saving that. Cox should still be saving that. Don't try and pile that on a Mati. You know, that's still Cox's mistake. The first goal's Mati's mistake. The second goal is his own goal. You have to call it that. But Cox should be completely blamed for that. Carragher, we need to fucking, we're losing right now. Carragher forward with the ball. Brilliant run from him. Sonogo hitting the crossbar. Unlucky there. Probably a bit too close for the goal though. It was a little bit too high for him to get completely over it to head it down. Now Marcos Lopez is injured. Another injury. We're going to bring on Silvio. I don't even know actually. How good is Silvio? Actually, he's a little quicker than I anticipated. Right-footed only though. What's Giselle? Is he right-footed as well? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's actually best. We'll put Silvio out on there. But that's 2 injuries as well, which again, I'm now limited tactically. Okay, in the first leg, I made the 2 subs myself, but no, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, yeah, he did what he probably would have said anyway, just in a different tone. But yeah. 2 injuries to that left-hand side. Sonogo forward that touch, Sonogo. Still waiting for Sonogo to score, actually. Giselle. To Silvio, been brought down in the box, nothing been given. Looked like he was fouled, but I guess not. Burke running forward. Callaghan. Ah, no. Good save from Cox. Well done. He can fucking put his hands behind the ball and parry things away. It's good to know. Oh, look, he's caught it that time. Oh, he must be a world-class goalkeeper now, Cox. Give him that captain's armband and, you know, officially make him captain. It wasn't like he hasn't been captain before. He was captain last year for us. But officially name him captain. All of a sudden he fucking crumbles. Maybe he's not a suitable captain. Sonogo being tackled. Carragher playing it back to Armada. Into Sonogo now. Sonogo cuts in size. Thumps that one home. 2-2 Gibraltar United. Let's continue going and getting the win. Sonogo's first goal this season. Let's hope it's first of many. Because right now we need a goal scorer and we need it to be him, hopefully. Still need to get a clear-cut opportunity. I don't know whether that's us or them. You know, I don't know what's causing that difference. Is it lack of midfield creativity, or is it just the fact that they're crowding out the areas, or the right areas? Let's make another change, because I'm not happy with this. Shit, there's no fucking changes I can make. Yeah, there's no changes I'm happy to make. There's no changes that are going to go out there and affect the lineup, really. I mean, there is one I could make. You know, I think I am going to make it. Seems harsh, but I'm gonna put Muster in left midfield. The sub's been subbed. The sub that was subbed on for the sub has been subbed. If you could follow that. But another draw, and actually this is extra time, isn't it? This isn't even penalties. This isn't even like game over. I've just realised. What the fuck are you doing out there, you piece of shit? Go and win the game. It's Shamrock fucking Rovers. What are you doing? You just passed it to Burke straight away. What has gone on here? We've still yet to have a clear-cut opportunity. What is going on, lads? Come on. Little bit of desire in your game. 26 shots, 10 on target, 1 goal. It's not a record we can be pleased about. And this looks like it's going further and further towards penalties. Closer and closer. Nearer and nearer, whatever. Oh, fucking come on. More direct passing, higher tempo. Exploit the flanks. Are you joking me? Push forward! Must have been booked. Persistent fouling. One of their players is going to get booked. Game's just slowing down now. Last 20-30 seconds of the game. Don't concede a goal. That would be the worst thing. Alright, Meti's got the ball, clearing it forward. I can't even clear it forward properly. Honest to God, I was looking to the right to try and find Sonogo, and I didn't realise the ball had been... Oh, and you're going to get a red! What the fuck is wrong with my team right now? Seriously, what the hell? I think this is the first time I've played with them since the update. What's gone on? What has gone on there? I mean, it's not gonna... It shouldn't really disadvantage us. In fact, it's what I'm gonna do. Because I don't even know if it is gonna disadvantage us. You never fucking know. But what's gone on? Ref, I think you should just blow the whistle now. You've wasted our time, you've wasted everyone's time, you've wasted Armada's game next time against Maribor. Or hopefully if we get through, because we're still not even secure yet. And they played it short, well done. What a waste of time. Alright, now to sort out the penalty takers. So Bakayoko takes first. Then it's Sonogo. Then it's Mebaraku. Then it's Clark. Then it'll be Musta taking number 5. Then it'll be Bart. Then it will be Carragher. Then Dugel. Then Meti. And Cox last. So Bakayoko, our young centre-back, pressure is on him. Pressure is big on him. It wouldn't even made a difference. Armada would have been like 8th or 9th penalty taker anyway. So it's not like we missed out on a good kick taker with him being sent off. It's just frustrating to see the red. Because if we do go through, you know, we miss a good player. If we don't go through... Fines probably being dished out. I don't know. Bakayoko giving us a lead. Well done. Something I noticed a lot in shootouts in this game. I take the lead in shootouts and then I lose. I've noticed that like 3 or 4 times. It's a similar pattern I've seen. Sonogo scores, making it 2-1. This guy getting yellow carded near the end of extra time. Cox goes the right way. Can't save it. Unlucky. Alright. Mebaraku. Wow, good. She's lucky to get that one away. I was nervous. I'm probably more nervous about him than anyone else. Because he hasn't really played too much. In a way, he's an experienced youth. Witty scoring. Clark. Actually, I'm worried about Clark. Good penalty from the young left back. Slotting that one home. Not sure if that's his first shootout or not. I feel like Clark's taken a penalty before. Doherty is missed. Doherty is missed. Musta with a chance to win us. Getting us through. Fucking hell. So we got through in the end. We got through in the end somehow. We stumbled over the line. Shocking defensively out there for the past 2 games. Not good enough at going forward either in the second leg. So we win though, and that is the main thing. Lopez is out for 6 to 8 weeks. I'm appalled at that. Really am. Strained knee ligaments, actually that's something he just did himself. So yeah, maybe it wasn't a bad foul. But Carlos isn't injured for a long time, so that's good. You know, Carlos will be able to play in the next game. We actually aren't playing Maribor. We're playing the team from Albania. So, fingers crossed there, we can actually go through. And something, again, I didn't realise, Juve actually won the Champions League last year. This was a team that we played in the group stages. So, we compared ourselves to the very best in Europe last year, and we didn't do too badly against them. You know, we lost, what, did we lose twice? Did we lose twice to them? I can't even remember. Yeah, we lost twice to them, but 2-1 at home, 2-0 away. We got dominated away, though. In fact, I think we got dominated at home as well, didn't we? Yeah, well, we didn't get as badly dominated. But yeah, we took the lead against Champions League winners last year, so that's good. But yeah, we play KF Tirana, probably like that. But yeah, I'm surprised they've beaten Maribor. 1-0, 6-minute goal. They probably sat on their asses for the rest of the game. But yeah, if we look at their history, you know, they've not done anything really. So this is their first notable year achieving something in the Champions League, and they beat Maribor, which are a good team. So we'll have to be at our best. I mean, we'll have to improve from the Shamrock game because we are so fortunate to be in this position right now. And we mustn't look back and be like, you know, we must get away from this form. I don't know what this form is all about. I do kind of want to rearrange that friendly. Why am I on the screen? I don't know, whatever. But yeah, we'll look at the fixtures now, and we'll go through the other teams who played in Europe earlier on. So, Lincoln actually lost. They lost to Carmarthen away from home 2-0. 2-1, sorry. Even though Carmarthen went down to 10 men in the 75th minute, they couldn't get the equaliser. And then they lost 2-1 to them again in 2-2. So they drew 2-2 again against them at the home game. I think it's the first time Lincoln have drawn. Oh no, they drew last year against Cliftonville as well. So yeah, that's disappointing. They fell behind twice. They should have won that game. They should have got through in that tie. Britannia lost to Strum Graz. I expected that though. And wow, Gibraltar Phoenix lost narrowly to Hibernians, and they shouldn't have lost that first game. At home, they lost 1-0. That's at home. You should be winning that game. And to concede after getting they got a man sent off. That's poor. Nicky Coling. Just Coling, I recognise the name, of course. Nicky Coling scored their goal in the second leg, but they were already 1-0 down at that time. So, you know, it looked against them anyway. But they did have, you know, nearly 30 minutes, half an hour to get themselves 2-1 back in the game. Actually going through it would have been if they'd have scored the second goal. So, a bit of a disappointing year in Europe from the other teams, and very nearly a disappointing year in Europe for us. So we do need to push on in the next rounds. Rudot should hopefully be back from his international game with Ethiopia, so he can replace Almada. Sidibe won't be back. Lopez won't be back. We'll have our new signing in the starting lineup though. So fingers crossed, you know, we can get we can put in some better performances, because that's what we need. And we're favourites for both ties, so should be us going through. But saying that, they did have a giant killing in their previous round, so you're never quite sure. So until then, guys, peace out.